Hi there and welcome. If you're new, if you are tagging along on this journey with me, welcome back to Solely Creations. My name is Esenia. Here on my channel, we plan, we get organized, budget, we cash plan, and we cash stuff. If those are things that interest you, I really hope that you follow along for more. Hi there, welcome. Here we are together again, and for this video we are going to be doing this current pay period's budget and cash planning. I hope that everyone is doing well, having a wonderful day. It has been a great weekend for us. We just continue on prioritizing our family time, really committing to our Harry Potter marathon, which we've been doing, and looking forward to this month to have another successful month as far as budgeting and being able to set aside as much savings as we can. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the budget portion. And I've got my Harry Potter theme page markers here, and they look just as good as when I first put them in. I'm tempted to keep them for as long as possible just because I really enjoy how they came out, but we'll see what I come up with for December for Christmas and see if those trump the Harry Potter page markers. So as usual, I've got the IOUs done just to show as far as like transactions that we've done for groceries and needs that have come out that we use, that we call IOUs. And what I'll do is list my contributions to the bills, my husband's contributions to the bills, gather totals, figure all of that, and then determine what our cash stuffing goals are going to be and budget goals. So we'll start off with my contributions. I am looking at this pay period's IOU listing, and based on prior weeks, or at least the last few months, I've noticed that there are fewer this pay period, which is really great. We've been trying our best to really just get what we need, get what we know we're gonna eat as far as groceries go, figure out meals to be able to make them last, and I think that's been really helping because groceries is a big IOU for us. Weekly we spend anywhere from $150 to $200 on groceries, and we're a family of 4, which went up. We were spending anywhere between $100 $150. I want to say beginning of this year, end of the year last year, and then beginning of this year, and then grocery prices started to go up slowly, which I've been looking over our income docs and things like that to prepare for taxes, and I did see that. I sort of saw a spike starting between February and March. Every pay period groceries or IOUs would be going up a little bit more than the last pay period, and this is the first pay period that I've noticed that they were very few and not so much on groceries. We also did a test I'm gonna leave these 2 spots blank for credit card payments. We did a test to see versus grocery spending and eating out this last pay period, and believe it or not, I think that's a huge contributor to this. We ate out every dinner for the last week, and we picked a lot of restaurants that are here, you know, started their businesses here, small town, like they don't have chains. We didn't eat any chains like McDonald's, those types of things. We ate from local restaurants so that we knew what we ate was going to be as much as it could as far as eating out, but best for our guts as far as that goes, just because when you eat a lot of greasy foods and things like that, it really just destroys your gut. So we supported a lot of local restaurant businesses this last week, and yeah, so we noticed that it was actually cheaper to eat out. We only ate for the dinner meal. Breakfast and lunch, they're pretty easy, and we can, you know, eggs and oatmeals, sandwiches and things like that for lunches, but it was cheaper to eat out for the week, and we didn't spend so much for dinner meals, and I think that was a huge contributor to this pay period's IOUs. Yeah, so figuring out that eating out for a week was a lot cheaper than what we'd be spending on groceries in order to prepare meals for our dinners was actually pretty shocking. You would think it would be more expensive to eat out, so kind of shows like where we are as far as like our economy and things. So looking forward to that changing. I definitely prefer to see the IOUs as low as possible. We're blessed to be able to have that as an option, that we've saved enough to be able to use for things that we need, and then keep contributing to the month ahead as much as we can. So definitely blessed to have that, but looking forward to it going down. And then continuing to prioritize the girls' savings account is great, because, you know, there are some pay periods that we aren't able to put what we like to put into their savings accounts. So being able to see that and make sure that we can prioritize that is important. All right, so next I'll do my husband's contributions. I do think that I'm going to be coming up on a big expense here soon, which I'm not too excited about. My car, which I own outright, I have no loans. I was able to pay that off last year. It is having problems here lately, which I am not thrilled about. About 6 months ago, I took it in. I have a Kia. So I took it in because there were some recalls that I was notified about. And so I took it in for them to do whatever updates or upgrades that they needed to do. And everything was fine. I didn't notice anything was wrong with the car. Even prior to that, there wasn't anything wrong with the car. So I just did it as a sort of like maintenance thing. I didn't want there to be problems down the line if I didn't do those upgrades or take care of those maintenance things that were required for the recall. So I took them in, and about 2 months ago, my car did this weird thing where you would try to accelerate, but it wouldn't go. And then you would keep pressing the acceleration, because, I mean, the first time it happened with my husband, he was driving down one of our main streets, and like, it's not, you got to get out of the way, you got to keep going, flow of traffic. He was trying, and it was spewing out this white vapor out from the exhaust. So He had to pull over, get it figured out, let it rest for a little bit. He was able to get it back home, but it was still having the same problem. So we did some research. He thought that it was the pistons that needed to be replaced. So luckily he has a brother who can help with that, and he came and helped us replace those. And everything was fine for the last month or so. And then today it did it again. I was driving, and we were driving down the same road, coming back home from lunch, and I tried to accelerate and I couldn't. It stayed at the same speed that I was going. It wasn't slowing down. It wasn't going down as far as the speed, but I couldn't accelerate. So we spent the next 15 minutes or so going 20 miles an hour because I didn't want to brake and get stuck. So we sort of just coasted the way home, and luckily we were able to get back home. We didn't have to deal with the situation of pulling over and then having to be towed. So obviously it wasn't the pistons. And I've been doing some research and, dealing with those recalls. One of those recall things were engine problems. And it wasn't specifically because there was something wrong with the engine, but there is a part that sort of works as a communicator between the engine and the brakes or the accelerator. I don't really understand it 100%, but so there's a part there that it's not getting the right communication, and it's staying stuck in brake mode, and so it doesn't let you accelerate because it wants to stay in brake. So I'm hoping that that's what it is, and it's not something with my engine or my transmission. I know the brakes definitely need to be replaced, but I don't think that that's what's causing the problem. I really think it's a communication thing. So, and my engine light is a solid color. It is on. It did finally come on. I guess if it were a serious problem with the engine, it would be blinking. So that's not it. So that's great. But we do have to get that in. I won't be driving it for the next week or so until my husband can get that in and get it fixed. But I do think it's probably going to cost some money. So we'll have to plan for that coming soon. Okay, so I've got both of our contributions to the bills listed here. I'm going to go ahead and figure out totals here really quick so we can determine what our cash stuffing goals are going to be and budget goals, and then we'll come back and review together. Okay, so we've got our cash stuffing goals and budget goals planned after everything. So something interesting, which is nice, on top, which I didn't even talk about, completely forgot, but on top of the normal amount that we typically spend for groceries, we also had an unexpected issue with our plumbing that was one of our girls accidentally flushed a toy down the toilet. It fell in and she was playing with it, or I don't know. It could have been intentional. We don't know for sure. But anyway, she flushed a toy and it got stuck in our plumbing, which caused an overflow and flooding of our master bathroom. So that was a fun experience. But that was also a little over $200 on top of what we normally spend for groceries. But what's interesting is our total amount that we have for cash stuffing this pay period is $404. So that just goes to show, as far as groceries and needs that we needed in the past 2 weeks, really wasn't as much as what we've been used to in the last few months. So I thought that was interesting. I really didn't think we would have that much. So for cash stuffing goals, we're going to continue to prioritize the 100 envelope and 52 week, stuff what we can, contribute to all cash envelopes, put, even if it's $5 here, $5 there, contribute to each envelope, and then just remaining consistent in what our savings goals are, because we're saving, we're going up as far as our balances, so that's a good thing to see. So consistency is key. And then our girls are getting ready to have another $1,000 to be able to add to their CD, which is exciting, and that comes its term ends in January or February, so we'll be able to add that here in the new year. And then just a note of getting ready to prepare for income tax, prioritize paying down our debt, and then some information about next month's pay. So we've got our total for cash planning, 404, which we will also do to prepare for our cash stuff. Okay, so we're gonna go over to, let me take this out and get this pay period's cash planning sheet. And then I do have last pay period's cash planning to be able to reference as far as totals and to see what we're going to be adding, how that's going to help as far as what we're going to be adding this pay period. All right, so we've got a total of 404 to work with. And we are starting with our family goals. Okay, so vacation. I also just did a reorganization of my cash envelope binders, which that video just recently came out. I traded the type of envelopes that I have so that they're these more sturdy envelopes, and then now each envelope has its own insert, opposed to be like the self-made ones out of the lamination and vellum. Just looking for something a little bit more sturdy, and so far I like them. We'll see how the cash stuffing goes as far as like the feel. Okay, so vacation, emergency, and savings are gonna get their usual 10. Funny money, cars, home, and pets will get their usual 5. Miscellaneous is going to be our roll. So the max we can get here is 6. If we roll anything less than a 6, that'll automatically go into our dollar buffer, which is in our challenges. So 2 is going to go into miscellaneous. Okay, so then we'll keep a mental note of the 4 that's going to go into the dollar buffer, and then anything else we have left over, if we have excess, will also go into dollar buffer. Okay, so all the way through, we're going to go to groceries, which currently has, so we're going to do 30 in groceries. Perfect. So that's family goals. Next is celebrations. And because we have a little bit more to work with, we'll do a little bit more into New Year's and Valentine's. We'll do 5 in each, and the normal 5 and 4th of July. Halloween, so now we're gonna prepare for next year, so we can do 5 in that one. Thanksgiving, we're gonna add a little bit more, do 15, just because that's coming up and we want to make sure we have a nice amount to be able to support our Thanksgiving expenses. Christmas, we'll do 10. Girls are each gonna get 10 for their birthday envelopes and their main savings envelopes. Let's see, my husband, let's do 10 in his main savings siblings, and then 5 in his birthday. Anniversary, we'll go ahead and do 10, and then gifts we'll give 5. Perfect. So it's celebrations. Okay, next is going to be challenges. We'll hold off on dollar buffer, but so far that's getting 2. 5s, 10s, and 15s. We'll do 10 this pay period. Oh, I'm sorry. Dollar buffer is going to get 4, not 2. 2 is going into miscellaneous. $20. We'll also do 10. 800s we'll do 5. 1000s we'll do 5. 2000s we'll do 5, but we'll do 10 and 3000s. So that's 15. Season's gonna get 15. And then the 52 week in this binder is gonna get 6. Okay, so it's challenges. Okay, so next under envelope is, we're gonna do 19. And then 52 week will be 9. Alrighty, so personal binder, all of our spending will get 5 each. 20. Health and beauty, or beauty and health is going to get 5. Caffeine, dining out, 5. Date night, 5. Holiday, 5. Planner, self-care, we'll get 5. So it's 20. And then 5 for entertainment. Okay, so that's personal. And next we have our long-term binder. Miss Piggy Butterfly will get 5. Rainy Day will do 5. We are now in the month of November, so we're gonna do the first pumpkin of 9. Girls trip will get 5. Subscriptions and taxes will each get 5. Weekend getaway 5. Electronics 5. Backyard 5. Family 5. month ahead 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then wedding 5. So that leaves the 4 that we are missing for dollar buffer, which was from the remainder from the roll for miscellaneous. So perfect. That is the total. Alright, so next what I'm going to do is add up the totals to make sure we're at our total of 404. $404, perfect. Okay, so then next we're going to figure out our denominations that we'll need from the bank. So lots of 10s, lots of 5s, some 1s. Do a 20 and a 10 for groceries. Tens. Ooh. Nope, made a boo-boo. So for the girls, I like to do 5s just to split it up for them. So we'll do 2 5s, 2 5s. $10 and 4 1s for 100 envelope, 5 and 4 1s for 52 week, and then a whole line of 5s here. And then one more 5. Okay. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 6, 7, 19 ones. $46 5s. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13 10s and 120. Okay. So I did fix something really quickly. I changed my mind about the 5s for the girls, just because I'm going forward. I'm going to try to be more mindful about how many 5s I'm using, and then this will save me in the long run as far as condensing, I think. So I went ahead and changed that to 10, back to 10s. So, okay, 5s we need 1, 2, 3, 4. So 43 5s. 15 10s, and then 120. 120. So yes, that's right. Okay, so $19 in 1s, $2.15 in 5s, $1.50 in 10s, and then 20 in 20s. So that is $404. Awesome. And then when we do our cash stuffing in the next video, we'll add our new amounts into our balance, continue that running total so that we know overall how much we're saving across all of our binders and all of our envelopes. Okay, so let me write what I need to take to the bank. So 19 ones. Ooh, that's a little light. Let's do green. Okay, 19 ones, 43 5s, 15 10s, and 120. For a total of 404. And I'll just put this here for when I'm ready to go to the bank to do my withdrawal. And we are all set for this pay period budget and cash planning. And then the next video we'll do the actual cash stuffing, which I'm excited to see the difference with my new envelopes, so stay tuned for that. I really hope that you enjoyed what you saw today. Any questions, remember the comments are always open. And if you'd like to continue on this journey with me and you aren't already, I hope you consider subscribing. Until next time, guys, have a great day. Bye.